Howdy everybody, it's Amy from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting, and I have another product review package for you today. And this one comes from the company DiamondArtGift, and I've done some reviews for them a few different times. And for all those new to my channel, welcome in. I do sometimes do product review packages from various budget-friendly companies, and DiamondArtGift is one of the companies that I often do reviews for. Now, one of the things I look at, especially with these reviews with the different companies, is packaging and time of arrival and cost, because a lot of them use the same manufacturers and sell the same diamond painting companies. So the differences you're going to see is in the prices of everything, the sales they might have, the packaging, and how long it takes. So that's one of the things I do try to look at. And I point that out because this packaging is actually a bubble wrap. See if I can pop a couple. They're not going to make a loud sound here. But this is a bubble wrap package instead of the plain thin package that we often see. So this has a little bit more protection for the items within. So DiamondArtGift this time, I'm trying to remember. You can go back and check some of my other videos if you're really curious. I need to create playlists by company so you can go through and look at a few examples from each company. But I do believe that they sometimes do use this special bubble wrap mailer, which does keep the canvases from getting too squished. So this arrived pretty quick. I'd say just under 2 weeks, which is the standard. It seems to be about 2 weeks for these companies. I've never had any really delay. There are a couple companies that allow you to customize a couple diamond paintings, like squares versus rounds in a couple different sizes, like GBFKE, Coup Deals, they do that. So those, oh, and Paint Some Way, they do that as well. So some of those might take a few extra days, but they warn you about that and tell you which ones those will be on their website. So just something to keep in mind as you look at these diamond paintings from shops is read the fine print, because some of them, especially those where you make choices like A, B, or not and all that, they make to order, so it may take a few extra days on the shipping before you get it. So this came to me from DiamondArtGift, and I did take a quick peek inside to see which company it was, because see if I can do this while hiding my address label. Once they hit the US, they all get the same label on the outside, so you can't tell. They all just say shipping department, either Capel, Texas, or someplace in California. So you can't tell from the package what the company is. So I do have to peek inside to see what's what before I can show them on video, because I do like to prepare with the prices and all that stuff. So we have 2 items. Usually I don't have a lot of items if I get to pick, because I like the bigger canvases. Let me get this out so I can talk without making noise. There we go. So some companies will ask me to choose between 3 to 5 items, and some companies will say take this item, and then others will say you have a budget of usually around $20 and spend it however you want. So sometimes I ask them to surprise me. I need to do that with another company coming up because I'm running out of ideas. And then other times I'll just see something that really catches my eye and I'll create a theme out of it. So this time these are not themed. They are 2 completely different items, but I thought this one was really cool, and you can already tell there what it is. So we'll start with that one, and then we'll do the canvas second. So this is a set of cards. So we have rhinestone drills, standard toolkit. We have the envelopes here. There should be 6 of them. And you'll see why I picked this particular set when I decide to turn it over and reveal. Let me get the packaging out of the way. So these are turtle cards. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of glare with my ring light there. So let me see. Oh, it's just too dark. It's like after midnight. But I am going out of town tomorrow and I'm going to be gone for a week. I did not want this PR package to be delayed any longer. I needed to at least get the video done before I leave. So we have ocean and turtle themed cards here. So they have lines on the inside and usually some sort of wish here, and the diamond painting area is here on the front. So it does have a sticker, but it's not sticky in the areas where you don't diamond paint, and then sticky I can see it. I don't know if you can see that in the reflection there, but it's actually very good at only putting the sticky where the dots are for the drills. So you probably don't have to seal it because it is a card. It's a little bit harder to seal. I don't know. I'm going to have to see how they feel when they're done. I may or may not seal these, but they do fold up and fit inside the envelopes. So we have this first one here. And then this second one. Oof, that glare is so bad. Hopefully you can see this. And this one says, same thing, best wishes. Sometimes I get some of these card sets that say different things on the inside. But it looks like all of these may say the same thing. There's the third one there. That one's cute because it's got a turtle with a heart on it. Yeah, they all say the same on the inside. And there's another turtle love with the heart. That one's cute. They're all cute. And it looks like I can tell by looking at these. Poof, that's just, I'll try to put it on this side maybe. Or maybe we can get enough light by turning it upward. Maybe a little bit better, but I see spots for special drills here, for marquee shaped special drills on all these. So here's another one with hearts and turtles. It looks like it's a heart and turtle theme. I guess I didn't catch that on the first couple, so I'll have to go back and look here. Yes, indeed. They're all hearts. Okay. I'm a little slow. I caught it by the third one. So yes, we have turtle and coral reef and ocean theme here. So the toolkit is a standard wax tray, pen, nothing special there. Put that off to the side. And then this one we probably do need the light for here, and this is the rhinestones. So let's take a look at how many colors and what types of drills we have in here. Oh, that was sticky. There we go. Oh, it's actually quite a few here. So we'll start with the rhinestones here, and I like to flip them over so you can hopefully see them a little bit better. We have a lot of silver, red, there's some orange, a little bit of brown there, lots of green for the seaweed, lots of blue, lots and lots of blue. That's a really fat bag of blue, probably because it's an ocean theme. Ooh, lots and lots of pink too. Look at that pretty pink. And then it looks like kind of a dark gray color there. And then we have the special drills. So wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 colors of regular rhinestones and then 5 special drills. So first we have these yellow star shape. Do you see that star in there? Those are pretty, and there are lots of those. And quite a few of these yellow gold marquees there. And then we have some green AB marquees. And then some red. Boy, that glare is just something else today. And then some smaller blue marquees. So that's quite a few, 13 different total, with lots of special drills. I really like those yellow stars there. Those are pretty cool. I think those will be a lot of fun to place. So that is a fair amount of diamond painting because it is spread across 6 cards. Let me get this back in there real quick. So even though each individual card may not take very long to do with 6 of them, it's a pretty good deal at $8.99 regular price. So you get 6 cards for basically $9, so $1.50 for each card, which if you went to buy somebody a card at the store these days, it would cost close to that, if not more, depending on the card. And this will be handmade by you, so $8.99. And again, this is from the company DiamondArtGift. So that was about half the money, or just under half, so I spent the rest of my allowance on a large diamond painting. So let's see what we have here. And let's see if I can get it open. This one's going to be loud as well. I'll try to keep it as far from the microphone as I can because this one opens sideways. So they make a little more noise when you're trying to get them out. Okay, so this is a rather large diamond painting. The canvas is kind of thin polyester, the plasticky stuff. It is pretty soft, but I think that's because it is a bit on the thin side. But we have a large blue rose with a butterfly here. So first let's look at the toolkit, because this is a little bit more of an upgraded toolkit. So we have in here, we have a pen with a squishy. We have a little slightly bigger tray, and we have the 2 multi-placers here. I've been seeing this toolkit a lot lately with some of the bigger, especially the square drill ones. So you get like a 10 placer there and maybe a 6 placer that go on this end of your pen, so you can place multiple diamonds at once. Now, for those of you new to the channel, I use putty instead of wax in my multi-placer. You can get putty at a lot of places, or you can even make your own and buy blue tack or any sort of like wall poster hanging tacky stuff, and you can add your own scents to it with scented oil, and you can make it a little less sticky with cornstarch. So you can make your own putty if you don't have any. But I do recommend putty for the multi-placer. Then we have 2 pads of wax, because this is a bigger diamond painting. And again, the wax has changed. It's now a darker salmon color, and it feels a little bit softer. So I do like the changes they've made to the wax in these budget kits lately. And I just dropped the little cover for the tweezers. These are nothing special, just basic tweezers. They're not too pointy, but they do have, oops, I missed. Trying to look through the camera to do that. Whee! So they are a little bit pokey, but not sharp. Not sharp enough. You'd have to push really hard to poke yourself. But tweezers are good for picking up drills when they end up in places they don't belong. That's what I use them for most of the time. So then we have our drills here, and even though it comes with tweezers, this is a round kit. Square kits on some of the diamond painting sites are a little bit harder to find, or if you do, they're usually a bit pricier, and that's because it takes more squares to fill in a diamond painting, because squares are slightly smaller than rounds. So if you get the same size in a square versus a round, the square will have more detail and more drills. So that's why a lot of times you see the squares costing a little bit more. So these are already kitted up in baggies. And I should say we have 35 different colors. So just shades of blue with probably dark blue, black, and brown on there. So here each bag has the DMC number and the number of drills in there. So we have only 13 of 550. Here's a very, very pale blue. There's a pink and a brown. Lots of blues, blue greens, and browns. And do you see what I see? Yes, I do. Look at that big bag of ABs. So this does indeed have ABs. So this is AB 823. We might pull that out to see where it is. And that's an AB drill as well. That is AB 154, a very dark purple. And then we have brown and light blue. I'll pull those out so we can see where we are. where they are. And of course our big bag of 310 for the background. There, I was afraid there would be a lot of those. Here's another AB 934. That's kind of a very dark greenish color. And then we have a slightly lighter dark green, if that makes sense to you. There's 798 AB, very pretty blue. And then there's a dark blue part of the background, probably because there's so many. And more blues and blue grays. And even more here. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I don't think the light will do it justice there, but it's kind of a dark turquoise green color. And that's pretty as well. Well, they're all pretty. There's a few different shades of gray. And some more blue and gray. So that's it for the ABs. Let me put these back and we can take a look at the canvas and see where the ABs go on this one. So we do have 4 ABs, and a lot of times I worry when I see darker ones because you end up with ABs in the shadows a lot of times, because with budget-friendly kits they switch an entire color for an entire color, whereas some of the premium kits will sprinkle them in various places but not completely swap out a color. So they're a little more careful in where the ABs end up, but the budget friendlies, I mean, you get what you pay for. So they do a color for color swap. So when you start seeing the darker ones, sometimes you end up with ABs in unusual places like in shadows. So I'm kind of curious. This is the bag with the most, so I'm curious what symbol that is. That is number 20, 823. Let's see, that is a lowercase a. So if you bear with me for just a second here, because there are so many of that color, I was curious, and it looks like the canvas is printed sideways. So their printer was a bit smaller, so they run things through, well, not smaller, I guess bigger. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's easier, I guess, to place it one direction over the other. And it looks like this A is showing up around the edges of some of these flowers and within the darker shaded areas of these roses. So the picture does go this way, but it's just easier for me to read the symbols that way. So that may actually not be too bad if they are kind of highlighting within the flowers here and around the edges of the flowers to help them stand out. So that looks pretty good. And this one, this is a really pretty one here, this 798. Let's see, that is letter H. Oof, that was pretty loud. And I'm guessing letter H is also going to be in the roses or maybe in the butterfly. Ah, yes, there it is. It's in the butterfly. So there's not a whole lot of those, but it looks like we're going to highlight parts of the butterfly with that one. So that's a nice choice. And then these are just little amounts, so I'm not sure we need to worry too much about those. This is number 1, which is letter D. And I'm going to try not to get my head too much in the way there. Letter D is in this area right here, which I guess it would help if I showed you the thumbnail, because I'm trying to figure out. There is the thumbnail. I'm trying to figure out what exactly that is. It almost looks like maybe easier for you to see in the camera than for me to see. But there is highlighting in that, because it's kind of a brownish color there. It almost looks like another bug or critter of some sort, but I'm having a hard time telling exactly what that is. So I think we need to diamond paint it to make it a little bit more clear. But that's where these are going to highlight. So it looks like we're trying to highlight these two areas as well as sprinkling in the rose. So looking at the canvas and how clear it is, we do have guide circles on there, but they are black instead of white. White guide circles can be hard to hide, but since a lot of these are dark drills, having black guide circles probably won't be too bad. Here's some that might be hard to hide unless you place correctly. So for the lighter areas on this canvas with the really white and light colored areas, it's best if you single place or be very careful with your placement to cover up those little black circles. Otherwise they might show through. So I do prefer with these round canvases with the guide circles to try to single place, or if I do multi-place, I only do like 3 to 5 multi-placing in a row at the most, so that I can get the spacing better. But there aren't too many areas here of those lighter colors, and it's not large areas of the same color, so it looks like it's going to be mostly single placing anyway. Most of the multi-placing will be taking place around the outside here, around the border. But with the dark border against that bright electric blue color of those roses, it should really make them stand out. So as far as the stick goes, this is indeed poured glue. You can tell if you try to lift it up whether it'll lift up or not on the edge, but you can also tell just by looking at it whether there are bubbles and rivers in it or if it's poured glue. So this is indeed poured glue, and the stick is really, really good on this one. I've run into some diamond paintings somewhat recently where the stick wasn't very good, but I keep my own dot stick glue and I will fix it if I need to, so it's not a big deal, but it can be a little annoying until you fix it. But this stick looks very good, but you really don't know until you diamond paint, because even though the stick is good across most of the canvas, you can find little spots, maybe where edges where they missed or didn't put much glue, but this one feels pretty good from what I can tell so far. So as far as the actual symbols here, what do we have? We have uppercase letters and other symbols. I don't see any numbers. A couple of these do look kind of dark, like, let me get some of the glare away again. So like that one where there with the black against the dark color, that's a little bit hard to see. So I will need a light pad for this. Same with the letter B is black against the dark background there. So some of these are a little bit hard to see without a light pad, but I do use a light pad all the time, so it shouldn't be a problem. The other thing I look for is Q's versus O's and B's and 8's, but there are no numbers. And I see a Q, but I don't see an O. So I think we're going to be okay on telling all the symbols apart. So this is called Blue Rose. It is a 40 by 50, and I guess, let's see, try to keep this nearby. Let's see what we have here. Actually, it is. The diamond painting area is right at 40 there, and it looks bigger than 50. It looks more like, it says 40 by 50, but that actually looks a little bit bigger than 50. Nope, it's 50. So indeed it is, the drill area is 40 by 50 on this. It's not the canvas size, it is the drill size. So that's always good, because it did look pretty big. Like there's a lot of diamond painting to do on this one. So we'll try out a little bit of this because I'm curious how this area is going to come. But I won't do it on this video because I really need to get out of town this week for a work related thing. So this, I'll do an update at another time, probably sometime later this month. I have a couple PR package updates to do on a few of the items I've opened. So I will try to do like a PR package roundup showing some of the work on some of these, so you can see my thoughts after I've laid some drills down on this. So again, this is from DiamondArtGift, and I do thank them for the opportunity to look at and review some of their items. So again, this is Blue Rose 40 by 50 round for $10.99, and that's 35 colors with 4 ABs. And then we had our turtle heart card set here with all the special drills, and this one was $8.99 called C cards. So check out Diamond Art Gift if you get a chance. I can't remember because I do so many of these. I have to check and see if I have a discount code. If I do, it'll be in the comments, as well as links to these products and also links to their website and social media content if you want to go check them out. But I am a repeat shopper from there myself, so I do recommend you take a look because you can get some really good deals like this for a quite large AB drill canvas here for only $10.99. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back with updates later on this month.